Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil. I too am on a similar mission in life, but that is to save you, the good television viewers of Townsville, from watching trash television. And unfortunately, it looks like the Powerpuff Girls are going to fail me here. This week, the CW made my entire existence worth living again when they announced that they were going to postpone filming on the series for the Powerpuff Girls that is going to be rebooted at some point in the future, but just not now. They're going to workshop it, they're going to make it palatable, which I respect. I don't like reboots. I think that we all know they're a cash grab. But you might as well make them good if you're going to just take a cartoon that people loved 20 years ago and was a huge part of a lot of people's childhood. But at the end of the day, it is the CW. So I'm expecting a Riverdale, Carrie Diaries, Gossip Girl level of trashiness from the Powerpuff Girls show. But what we're here to talk about today is that the pilot was leaked. And I love scripts. It was leaked on Restera, and wow. Just a disclaimer, I don't know if this is real. I'd like to believe it's real. I feel like it's real. But in the event that it comes out that it wasn't real, I don't know if it's real. Also, I could not find the script in its entirety, but I did find bits and pieces, so we're going to be talking about that today. In every piece of the script, I can confidently say that there's a lot of exposition and a lot of forcing of pop culture references in it, no matter how dated it might be. For example,
with all due respect, Mr. Mayor, Townsville is a candy-colored bubble of privilege and comfort. Ever since the creature attack stopped, we're one of America's safest cities. I don't think people are voting from a place of fear.
But what about my pet monkey? That was meaningful in the last election.
Post Harambe, no one cares anymore.
when was Harambe? A while ago. Time means nothing after 25. And there were at least 3 references between the 3 sisters to insinuate that they're all hoes, which is just uncomfortable because I was like 5 watching this show.
Guys, how could you turn down an evil recon mission? Especially when said Mish makes the perfect storyline for my documentary. Bubbles is back.
Not to be confused with your other film, Bubbles on Her Back. We get it. They're grown and grown people do the nasty. But then it's taken a step further because they talk about their dad. I can't believe they used to have sex. Can you imagine Drake? I bet he's so mechanical. Yeah, and weirdly precise.
I bet he's generous.
And this stupid meta line from Bubbles.
I always believed in you and defended you, Dad. Even when you sold our likeness to that cartoon, which, by the way, seriously whitewashed us.
Hi, it's editing me here. Can we take a moment to ask why Bubbles, Dove Cameron, the white girl, is talking about being whitewashed? That's a question I have.
And it turns out that this meta line is because there's a meta plot where Professor Utonium basically sold the rights of the likeness of the Powerpuff Girls to be turned into the cartoon that my generation would have grown up watching as children in the 90s, which very much speaks The Boys to me. Not original, been done before. Nothing's original, but at the same time. And of course, there's this attempt to be woke, to maybe give it some more sustenance.
I delivered on everything I promised except free gelato Fridays, and that's only because the perfect scoop turned out to be a front for meth trafficking. Alicia Lawrence has no experience. She's impulsive and reactionary.
She's exciting.
You mean she's not a white man? A white man.
Again, I don't know if it has any relevance. I don't really know who this Gina character is. I tried to do a wiki fandom search of her. I couldn't find anything. Don't know if there's any relevance there, but it just, that feels really forced, and it feels, why are they making this? And then there's this line that popped out of 2004.
MoveOn.org.
MoveOn.org. That feels like something out of like an early 2000s teen comedy. Some people are saying that this isn't real. Like I said, there's speculation as to if it's real and if it's fake. But the more that I thought about it, it actually might be real in my opinion. And the reason I say that is specifically because of MoveOn.org. And the reason is because Diablo Cody is working on this. And if you know Diablo Cody, she loves her quotable lines.
I just got Aquamarine on DVD. It's about this girl who's like half sushi.
Jeez, Banana, shut your friggin' gob, okay?
Phuket, Thailand.
There would be happy for me because I am having the best day since like Jesus invented the calendar.
She loves those quotable lines, and I feel like MoveOn.org is an attempt to do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was something that came out of Diablo Cody's mind. Now, I do love her, and I have, like, as an artist, I feel like there's been some controversy around her, so please don't mince my words. I loved Juno, and I love Jennifer's Body. I feel like she's a very talented artist. I feel like she tells a story really well, and she's a great writer. So I hope that because she's staying on this, everyone is staying on this, that this can be salvaged and it can be good. But at this moment, I'm really, really, really thankful that they decided to scratch it and just start over again. Another point that I wanted to bring up, because I'm not a fashionista, this is as far as it goes, but the costumes, I'm sorry, but I mean, you might as well be wearing one of those Blossom Bubble and Buttercup costumes. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm going to insert a picture.
No, 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 no.
That's the quality of these costumes. And I feel like because it's the decade that we're in, there's been no mention that it's taking place in the early 2000s or the 90s or anything. It's supposed to be present day. And they could have had a lot of fun playing around with the costume design as well. I feel like there could have been corsets in there. I feel like there could have been some tulle. I feel like there could have been a lot of fun things going on to speak to the times. We're having a corset moment at the moment. Maybe they'll reworkshop like the costume shop as well. Who's to say? But those are all my criticisms that I have. This, at the end of the day, is something that feels forced. So I hope that if this happens to be real, this is something that can actually be decent. This still doesn't make me love reboots. I hate reboots and I hate remakes and I hate all that stuff because there are so many new ideas in this world that are waiting to be created. There are so many different voices that are waiting to be created. Powerpuff Girls has a voice, and the remake of the cartoon, which I have not seen, has its own voice. I don't think we need a separate voice here. You know, whatever message they're trying to portray in this reboot, in this Powerpuff Girls reboot, I feel like could be said. Someone else is trying to say it somewhere, whatever they're trying to say, and it could be a lot more original. So I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I hope you come back for some more when I come back. And I will talk to you guys next time.
Blossom's fine. Well, I saw on her Insta that she has a boyfriend. I saw on her LinkedIn that she got a promotion. I even saw on Facebook that she keeps in touch with Grandpa, despite their political differences.